Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a video about 101 for supplements and vitamins. I get quite a bit of questions about all these subjects and I'm super excited to share more information with you. In case you guys don't know, I am a registered holistic nutritionist. I got my certification in 2015. I do want to mention that all this information is my opinion and I highly recommend you guys to go and talk to your healthcare provider for anything concerning your supplements or your vitamins or any medications you're taking, just to make sure. So let's get to it. I want to say a huge thank you to the Matcha Reserve for collaborating with me and sponsoring this video. So first I want to start by saying that I know there's a lot of information out there and a lot of contradicting opinions. There are studies that are done literally on a weekly basis talking about the power of one thing and then completely saying the opposite the next week. So it can be really confusing and I totally feel you guys. The one thing I want to mention is it's wonderful to have supplements out there, but those are basically to fill the gaps. These cannot replace a good balanced diet. You want to make sure that you're eating properly, you're eating sustainably, you're eating healthy and providing your body with all the nutrients that it needs. Let's start by talking about the supplements that I personally take. There are 3 of them and those include omega-3, multivitamin and probiotics. So with the omega-3, I take it on and off, depends on what phase I'm in. So before pregnancy I took it, during pregnancy I took it, and I was taking it a little bit after, but now that I'm kind of back to eating my fish during the week, I don't really need to take omega-3, so I kind of taking a break from it. If you watched any of my previous nutrition videos, you saw that I was taking cod liver oil. I used to take cod liver oil especially in the winter because my diet was a little off, and also it has a naturally occurring vitamin D in it, which is necessary for us, especially during winter time. But I was done with that and I decided to buy an algae oil. Algae oil is basically the same version of omega-3 from fish oil, but it's a vegetarian vegan option. It's also more sustainable because it's seaweed and not fish. If you do have any heart conditions or heart problems, omega-3 actually been proven to help with that. It also may help with any condition like arthritis, with anxiety or depression, but those haven't been proven and there's not a lot of studies on it, but these are some of the claims that you can find online. So if you experience any of that, I recommend you guys to check it out and try it and see if it can help. The next thing is a multivitamin. Again, multivitamin is basically filling the gaps. If you feel like you're not getting enough from your diet and you don't eat enough, I think that multivitamin is a great way just to make sure that you get the right things. Another thing that you can do before you get into any supplements is to go to your doctor and ask for a blood test. So with blood test, you can actually check which vitamins or minerals you are lacking in and to make sure that you are going and getting yourself the right supplements. Also, I highly recommend for you to start one supplement at a time and then go and do another blood test, or even just document how you feel after 6 to 12 weeks and see if it helped with any condition. So multivitamin is again something that I took before pregnancy, especially because of folic acid, iodine, calcium and other necessary vitamins and minerals that I needed to make sure that I am growing a healthy baby and to help with the development. I took it throughout my pregnancy and I still take them. The next thing is probiotics. So probiotic is extremely important for gut flora. Probiotic is something that I am a big believer in, especially because we live in a pretty stressful environment and times these days. Stress does affect our gut flora directly, and gut flora is connected to a lot of different things. You can also get probiotics from food sources, especially fermented sources such as kefir, sauerkraut, kombucha, and the more conventional way to get probiotic is yogurt. So you don't have to take probiotics as a pill, but if you are lactose intolerant or don't consume those foods as much, probiotics would be a great way to introduce to your diet. So those are the 3 supplements that I rotate in my health routine. And then I have, of course, the powders and adaptogens and other things that I love and incorporate into my daily use. So those are matcha, maca, collagen powder, spirulina, and protein powder. So the first thing is an organic maca powder, and this one is from the Matcha Reserve. This is a plant-based superfood and it's an adaptogen. Adaptogens are great natural healers to help your body to deal with stress and to balance your hormones. It helps increase energy, helps with clarity and fight brain fog, and to boost immunity and metabolism. This is great for women because it may help with anything to do with premenopause or postmenopause. This is something I started incorporating into my mom's diet. This you can easily mix into a smoothie. It's actually pretty delicious, especially with chocolate. Hey, it also helps libido, so it's quite a great one to introduce into your diet if you're in need of any of those things. The next thing is a combination of two things that I use, and it's the matcha collagen. So matcha and collagen are probably the two powders that are used the most on a daily basis. So matcha is basically a pure powder form of green tea, and this is my source of caffeine, especially when I try to kind of stay away from coffee. It gives you a more sustainable energy boost that doesn't crash your blood sugar, and it's really rich in antioxidants. A few things that I want to mention when you are looking to purchase matcha, and the reason why the Matcha Reserve is my go-to place. You want to look at three different factors. Number one is the grade. You want to make sure that when you look at matcha, you see the Japanese ceremonial matcha, which is the highest grade and the most rich in antioxidants and potency. The second thing is the sourcing. You want to make sure that it is a quality product that comes from the right country. With Matcha Reserve, they get their matcha from Japan. They get their mushroom powders and adaptogens from different countries like Russia. So you want to make sure that they are all grown in the places where they're experts in it. Also, I really appreciate the fact that all the powders and supplements on the Matcha Reserve website are low quantity, because they really don't keep anything on the shelf. Things are oxidizing, then they're not as strong and they're not as effective. So there's fresh products all the time, and this is very important to make sure that you are getting the effect that you're looking for. The third thing you should look for when you are purchasing matcha is the color. I know that we're all accustomed to seeing this vibrant green color, but those are usually the powders that companies will use fertilizers in to make sure that that vibrancy is there. The higher quality matcha are usually a little more dull in color and darker green, so that's something that you can visually see if it's good grade or not. Another thing that I appreciate about Matcha Reserve is the fact that there are a lot of third-party companies that they go through to get certified. If it's for organic, to make sure there's no GMO in it, no fertilizers, no unnecessary ingredients. So that's really important. So when you are purchasing any powders, for that matter, any company that you look into, make sure that they are clean and go through the right amount of certifications and testing from third party. So this product is specifically my favorite just because you can take it on the go anywhere. I put it in my backpack, go with me to the office or wherever I'm at. Here's a little recipe that I like to make for a quick matcha latte. So what I like to do is add a teaspoon of the matcha or one of those bags from the matcha and collagen, and then I'll add some warm water. Make sure that it's not too hot to make sure it doesn't kill all the benefits of matcha. I'll stir it with a fork just to make sure it's combined well and there's no clumping. Then I'll add a little bit of sweetener. I like to add a little bit of maple syrup to it. You can also add either brown sugar or coconut sugar, whatever makes you happy. Then I'll warm unsweetened oat milk to make sure that it's hot and steamy. You can also use any other nut milk or milk that you like. And then I like to use this electric whisk, which was the best Amazon purchase ever, to whisk my milk to make it foamy and very latte-ish. Then I'll just combine it with the matcha, and voila, there you go. You have your matcha latte that will put any Starbucks matcha to shame. And then talking about the collagen, that if you follow me on Instagram, you see I use quite a bit in my smoothies. I put it also for the kids. Collagen is the main structural protein found in skin and in connecting tissues. So basically it's the glue that holds everything together. The reason why I got into collagen was actually because I had some joint pain and problems. problems with my knees. So when I started working out, I found that I had a lot of pain. So I was doing research to see what I can take to help with that, and collagen was kind of on the top of the list. I started taking collagen a while ago. Like, I think it's been maybe 4 to 5 years. So I've been an avid collagen lover, and it's only recently that it got so popular for the benefits of like anti-aging and wrinkles, because collagen is something that we produce, but our bodies slowly stop producing it as we age. Basically, supplying your body with the collagen will help supposedly with the aging process. I'm definitely not taking it for that, but I mean, it's a bonus. Again, there hasn't been a lot of really clinical big studies to prove this point, but there has been some smaller degree studies that show that women, especially between the ages of 35 to 50, that were taking collagen did notice a difference in their skin texture and wrinkles and things like that. But again, it takes a while. It's definitely not a magic pill. Also, collagen is a great source of protein, which is another reason why I use it in my smoothies sometimes when I don't want to use a protein powder. So for me, this combination is awesome. The Matcha Reserve has been super kind, and they are giving my subscribers 30% off from the website. So if you click on the description box, you'll see the link there. And another really exciting thing is that 10% of my link will go to the Hunger Project, which is an amazing organization, nonprofit organization around the world in Africa, South Asia, and Latin America, to help men and women sustainably make progress in overcoming hunger and poverty. So 10% of this link will go towards that cause. So I'm super excited for that. To Spirulina. Spirulina is also something that I love and I use. It's definitely an acquired taste because it is seaweed, so it tastes gross, but that's why for me, I love using it in smoothies where there's a lot of other taste to hide that. Spirulina is a blue-green algae, and it's often used as a vegan option for protein and source of B12. So spirulina is known to have really high amounts of different nutrients like copper and iron. So if you are looking into iron supplements, spirulina can be a great additive to your smoothies. It has a lot of antioxidants in it, and it's anti-inflammatory, which is wonderful. Also helps with blood sugar control and any metabolism problems. So definitely something that you should look into if you want to introduce some superfood into your life. And then we have protein powders. I personally, my body digests whey, and it digests any other vegetarian sources of protein, so it's pretty much anything works for me. So it just depends on kind of an individual preference. One of the questions that was asked was if I do consume protein powders even when I don't work out. So the answer is yes. The way my body works is that I tend to lose weight, and I think especially when you have young kids and work and life, a lot of us forget to eat or eat enough. So I definitely will drink protein powder sometimes throughout the day just to make sure that I meet all the nutrient requirements and I don't just drink and then it's harder to build the muscle. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build stuff. There was a lot of questions also about if you should take supplements with food, if there's the best time of day to take supplements. I recommend you guys to check the instructions on the bottles. A lot of the supplements will give you specific instructions. Some you should take with food, others doesn't matter when. So I think it just depends on what exactly you take. That will really dictate when you should take it. Some of you guys asked about an update about my celery juice experience. So I did the celery juice video a few months ago where I was kind of going after the trend of celery juice, and it was definitely pushed to the public as like this miracle answer to every health issue. I don't believe that there's one thing that will literally solve everything. I think that maybe work for some people. I think a lot of it is placebo. But again, that's just my personal opinion. But I stopped doing it. First of all, because I just couldn't, I literally had to wake up so early in the morning to make sure that I have it first thing in the morning. And the taste just like, I can't. So what I do instead is I will put it in usually in my green smoothies with like green apple and spinach and things like that. And I incorporate celery there, but I definitely stopped doing the celery juicing altogether. Not for me. Someone also asked me if there's any vitamins or supplements that I take when sick. So I highly recommend you guys to check zinc. Zinc is kind of a super immunity supplement that a lot of people, I feel like, don't know about. A lot of people will go and take vitamin C, but zinc is pretty amazing, especially if you have like sore throat. And in health food stores there's a lot of like zinc sprays and things like that that you can get. Also elderberry is great. I also give elderberry to my kids, especially during winter time or when there's a lot of sick kids in their school. That really helps with kind of making sure their immune system is stronger. And I don't do it every single day, just when I start seeing that they're like getting a little stuffy, so signs of sickness, I'll give them elderberry. But that's usually it. Usually I'll kind of go to the food route where I do vitamin C from like lemons and other citrus fruits and ginger and honey and things like that. Again, we have all this abundance and fruits and vegetables available to us, so everything can be found there. Do vitamins affect your skin complexion? I think that our skin usually shows signs of anything that is missing in our body nutrient wise, so your complexion will definitely show when something is missing. A lot of it is with gut flora, inflammation. That's why for me, I think probiotics is kind of my go-to when I see things that are all over the place. Also depends if it's hormonal acne, maca can help. So there are some options out there for supplements to help with skin complexion, but you also need to really understand what is the cause of it and not necessarily put a band-aid and just assume that one supplement will solve it all. So is it stress? Is it hormones? Is it like bad diet? Do you eat a lot of fried food, or you eating food that you're maybe sensitive to? So I really recommend you guys to get to know your own body. It's really not one size fits all. So take advantage of all the information out there and ask questions and ask me questions, and hopefully I can help. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. There are a lot of stuff out there. All of the ones that I mentioned are kind of my go-tos for anything to do with health and making sure that I feel my best and look my best. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.